A portion of Africa, especially the Kingdom of Mali in West Africa, was basking in prosperity during a period when Europe was said to be striving to emerge from the Dark Ages, and the continent of Africa had not yet fallen victim to Western colonizers. In that period, Mansa Musa I, whose name is an African word that means king or sultan, was enviously known for being the richest man to have ever lived. Mansa Musa's wealth has been estimated to be the modern day equivalent of $400 billion. His wealth, generosity, extravagant lifestyle, gift giving, and above all, his remarkable journey to Mecca in 1324 AD to complete the Islamic pilgrimage of Hajj are what have made him the most famous throughout history. Mansa Musa practiced Islam with utmost devotion. He traveled via Cairo, Egypt, on this journey, finishing it in a year and putting on a grand display of his immense wealth and generosity throughout that period. The Mali Empire reached its pinnacle under Mansa Musa I's leadership between the year 1312 and 1337 AD, and he will be remembered in history for his wealth and gift giving. Mansa Musa I was the ninth Mansa or monarch of the Mali Empire. He was so wealthy that he earned the title of the wealthiest man in history. Therefore, it should come as no surprise that he was referred to by many as the richest monarch. Following the disappearance of his uncle, Abu Bakr II at sea, while on a voyage to explore the Atlantic Ocean in 1312, Musa took the throne of Mali at a time when his kingdom in West Africa included portions of the Ghanaian Empire as well as the states of Guinea, Senegal, Mauritania, the Gambia, Burkina Faso, and what is now modern day Mali. The Mali Empire would become more powerful and affluent under Mansa Musa I. Musa would show that he was a capable ruler and astute administrator by leading the Kingdom of Mali to prosperity and growth during his tenure. Timbuktu and Gao, two of Musa's cities, were expanded and became important commercial and cultural hubs. It wasn't long before it transformed Mali into a significant hub and a sophisticated center of learning in the Islamic world, drawing scholars and students from the Islamic world. Mansa Musa invited architects from the Muslim countries and from all Africa to design new buildings for his cities. He also invited academics and historians from the Islamic world to come and teach his universities in Gao and Timbuktu, which were regarded as being at par with the best in the Middle East. The capital Timbuktu was hailed as a premier center of Islamic learning in West Africa. According to reports, the universities in Timbuktu and Gao were home to some 25,000 foreign students and boasted impressive libraries. Mansa Musa's wise trade practices were also responsible for Mali's wealth. While elephant ivory was another rich source of income for the kingdom, he focused on developing the mining of salt and gold. Gold in particular brought great prosperity to the Mali Empire. Mansa Musa, who was considered to be the richest monarch on earth, had the opportunity to display his opulent wealth when, in 1324 AD, he made the decision to travel the Hajj to Mecca in accordance with one of the tenets of his Islamic faith. The journey would stand out in Mali's history as a singular occasion because of its extravagant display of Mansa Musa's wealth. It would end up being the most notable incident of his whole period as a monarch. Mansa Musa methodically prepared his Hajj journey. It was enormous, vibrant, and stunning. It is reported that his entourage included approximately 60,000 men and women, including slaves, warriors, and attendants who were all dressed in gold and silk, along with dozens of camels that were each carrying over 300 pounds of gold. It was a magnificent display of money, power, and unusual pageantry. Mansa Musa traveled to Mecca via Egypt, and during his layovers, he had numerous chances to demonstrate his compassion and kindness, notably to the underprivileged. It is stated that when he came in Cairo, he would show himself to be excessively generous with his gold to the point where the value of gold in Egypt would be directly impacted by his lavish gift giving. Mansa Musa's distribution of gold in Egypt had a direct impact on the price of the goods there for many years. After his pilgrimage to Mecca, Mansa Musa would devote himself to his kingdom in Mali and launch a number of projects including designing and constructing mosques, universities, also known as madrasas, and transforming his kingdom into a reputable center of Islamic scholarship and culture. He would invite intellectuals, poets, artists, and architects throughout the Islamic world to work in Mali's universities, which by the time had developed into an enviable center of Islamic learning in West Africa. After Mansa Musa I passed away in 1337 AD, his sons took over as rulers. However, afterward, things would not be the same for the Mali kingdom. The colonial era brought about changes for the continent of Africa. The Portuguese marauders would frequently conduct raids in Mali in search of plunder. Yet Mansa Musa had already made his point. During his rule, the Mali Empire reached its height. It was already on the map of the globe, and Mansa Musa had already carved out a place for himself in history. He is recognized now for his excellent leadership and policies, but following that, the history of the Mali kingdom would not be the same as we know it.